Disclaimer. This is educational purpose video only. I didn't harm anyone. I used my own device during explain of this method, so please don't use this method any kind of illegal or malicious activities. Because hacking is crime. If you do this, then it can land you in jail. I'm not support any kind of illegal or malicious hacking.
In fact, we're not going to change the extension. We're just going to make it look like it's changed. Because if we change the real extension, then exe file won't work. So we're going to use this characters application. Okay, you can just find it by writing characters in your applications. And I'm going to explain you why we are using some characters. These character tools provide us different ways to manipulate the texts, okay? So we're going to manipulate our text, manipulate our backdoor name to look like it's JPEG, where actually it's an exe file. So let me go and find my backdoor and explain you more clearly what I'm talking about. So let me unzip this file by just right-clicking here and saying extract. And if I go to this folder, then I can find my test2jpeg.exe. So if you click here and say rename, you can actually change the extension from here. But if we change it really, then it wouldn't work, as I said before. So we're going to spoof this. We're going to manipulate this. So let me copy this text and open a leaf pad from here and paste it in here. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this jpeg.exe file and I'm going to change the order of this jpeg.exe. So this is how it works. We're going to use something called right to left, and it will just reverse the order of these characters. So if you write it like this, jpj.exe, it will reverse it for you. If you come here and search for right to left, then you will see these tools, okay? We're looking for right to left overwrite. It's best to show you with examples so that you can understand better. So click here, copy character thing, and then find the letter starting with G and hit Ctrl V on your keyboard. As you can see, it reversed the order of characters. So if I delete this test2 and replace it with something relevant like PL for instance, so the user will think that it is plexi.jpg. However, in fact, this is only pljpg.exe. So if you say rename and delete the whole thing and paste the copied characters in here, if you click rename, now you have plexi.jpg. However, in fact, this is not plexi.jpg, this is pljpj.exe. We are only messing with the order of characters. Okay, we didn't change the extension, we only spoofed the extension. So this is really pljpj.exe. We only reversed the last 7 characters. So whenever a user sees this, they will think that this is a JPG file, however it would be an exe file. This is how you spoof the extensions. You cannot change the extensions, you only spoof them. Now I think we are ready to transfer this to our Windows machine. Now if you go to your Windows machine and try to reach to your web server here, 10.02.15, now I believe this is not .zip but test2 folder. If you try to download this plexi.jpg file and say save and open your folder, now it looks like a JPEG really. right? So if you're knowledgeable about this stuff, you may try to weave this. Let me do this with large icons so you can see it better. You may try to weave this in order to understand if you're getting spoofed or not. So if you try to rename here, then you will see that this is actually plgpj.exe. This is only reversed, but it looks like plexi.jpg when you first look at it. So if a user double clicks on this, it will run the backdoor in background and it will display the image to the user, so user won't get suspicious because it looks like a JPEG. And of course it will ask user to run this or not, so maybe user can back off at this moment, but we are taking that risk anyway. So user will click on run and it will display the image and we would have our session. So if you go here, you can see that you are now hacked into the victim machine. Now you have your meter-preter session. So we're going to stop here at this